Hello everyone, I am Komal Mehta teaching as an assistant professor in CSC department at St. Andrew Institute of Technology and Management, Gurgaon. Today, in the series of web development course, we will cover about what is the content strategy we have to opt in website designing, what are the basic terminologies we know about that, and what do you mean by a homepage in any website. So let's start with the content strategy. Content strategy basically deals with what the actually content we want to insert in any website. So to insert that content, we need some strategies and we have to make some, we have to aware about some key points. What are these one? First one is teamwork. We must require a teamwork strategy. That means we have to work all together to form a new system or a to new website. For this, we must have user experience. What are the experience we have? We have to deal with that particular experience or technology and opt according to designing a website. So for better designing, we need experience, we need architect, we need a technology, and that technology deals with the experience. So information architecture requires the designing process, and that designing will be formed with the help of some key points that are flowchart. In web development, we will use HTML language for designing a website. So there are so many ways we can use, but I will discuss here is HTML language. We have, once we have created our website, we must have copyright of that so that no one can copy that content, or that content will never be flagged as well. For the development of a website or a improvement or enhancement for the fame, we must require some search engine optimization so that the content will be optimized and best fruitful for the end users. So search optimization will be required. Also for the advertisement, we need marketing criteria. So marketing will be the main cause for the improvement or the decrement both. If we will marketing in a proper manner, then we get a fame, else it's not possible to get that much fame. Next is public relation or brand building. So this is the common thing that how much we will explore that particular website or a web page, the number of persons will know that much amount of, uh, we can say, the number of persons will increase as much as our relation will increase. Next is business stakeholders. This is completely based on the company organization. For example, in my previous video, I mentioned the commercial website and the organizational website with the help of .com or .org in the domain name. So the domain name will refer the particular website, what actually it is and what's the purpose of that website. With the help of .com, that means the website is for commercial purpose, and with the help of .org, that means is for organizational or non-profit organizational website. So this is according to the domain name. Whatever we want to use and whatever be the purpose, we will opt according to that website. So there are some principles to make sure that our website content get must get attention as much as it deserves, because we put too much effort. So we also want to explore that one so that it's get fruitful for the person who is creating that. This is done with the help of some principles that are: firstly, we must know our audience, that is known as target audience. Let us suppose I am creating one website for a teaching purpose. So according to me, the target is for the students that are teaching, that are in BCA department or in BTech department. So my target audience is the students one, not the business one. So I will opt that particular audience and get a feedback from that one, not to the all any randomly. So we must know about the audience we want to create that particular website. Next is inverted pyramid model. This means we have to move from top to down bottom approach. That means firstly we know about the large goal. Next, sub goals will be created so that uh, the easy to way we can opt our goal, the easy to achieve our large goal. For example, let us suppose I want to open my own academy. So firstly I know about my teaching skills, then I will aware about the uh, rest guest lectures what I want to showing you, and then exploring all these things. So firstly I have to create my own knowledge. I will know about everything, then I'll move further. So my short term goal is to achieve success in my knowledge, and after that I will be opting other goals. So I mean to say there are so many short goals. Once we will achieve these short goals, we will move to the long goal, large goal we can say. So for that we must need top down approach. That means we have a clear vision of a main target. After that the short term targets will be set, and that will be achieved. Once that will be achieved, we will definitely achieve the large goal. So this is the inverted pyramid model. Next thing is write short in a simple sentence. As much as clear I'm saying, as much as clear to you. If I am talking revolving and revolving around and around to the main topic, but this is not clear to all of you, so why you will come back to this particular website? So this is the main concept, that we have to write short simple sentence. That means we have to mention some keywords before mentioning anything. If the keywords will be attractive, the website will definitely will be visited number of times. Stick to the active voice. We must aware about the voice. What we are talking, we should be clear and in a loud format and clear vision as well. Because if my voice is not clear, not audible to all of you, then why? Then it is not fruitful to all of you. So you will not visit that particular website again. Show, don't tell. It means to say we have to mention everything. We can't think that anyone knows anything. We have to teach in a manner that you know nothing. So from the starting to the from the end, we can't say that you know everything. Next is nix the jargon. This is the main point, because there are so many persons who want to visit a website. But if my website contains on it only technical information, non-technical information will be not there. So non-technical person never visit my website. So to create a website, we make sure about this particular website will deal with all the persons. That means technical one as well as non-technical one. Mix up your word choice. We have to choose our words so that it make it clear or a attractive one as well. Make text scannable. It seems that we must use those particular text that seems scannable. Scannable means attractive one, impressive one, or we can say the clear one. So these all are the some principles we have to make sure about our website content, so that our website will get more attention in comparison of other. After that, one more thing we have to focus is branding. As much as I am branding my website, as much as it got achievement and got attention from the end users. So these are the criteria, some course content we have to focus over here. Next is the component. There are some components. What are these one? Content component. Content component also contains something that is substance or a structure. Substance means the content we want to communicate. That means what message we need to communicate is done with the help of substance. The tone, the style, the topic actually I want to cover in my this video is called as a substance. Now next is structure. How we prioritize and break up the content into building block. Because for example, I am teaching one topic, but I am just giving a brief intro of this particular topic and then the end of this video. So there is no structure at all. We must know about what I am teaching and in what manner I am teaching. So firstly, I am showing in my first video is the content. What are the course content of the particular video? So there must be the person who is aware, the end user must be aware about the actual course content will be covered in the previous video or in the above video. So the structure must be defined very clearly. That means building block must be clear in any website. Next thing is a people component. After the content will be created, now people will work in what manner will be focused over here. That means workflow. Workflow means the process, the tool, the resources we need to create and maintain the content. That means whatever we are required for the completion of our task is done in a workflow. The process we will use, the tool we will use, and what are the resources we will shared or unshared as well will be mentioned over here, and how they will move from one person to another person for sharing the data. For example, I have one printer in a CSC department, but CSC department has 5 faculties. So we all have to share the single printer. So how this will be managed is done with the help of workflow. Once one person will be done with the particular task, then he will move to the printer will shared by the other person. So in this manner, the resources will be shared within a team. So how the workflow will be done is mentioned in this particular component. Next is governance. Governance means the consistency and the integrity. Here the consistency means the data will be definitely in single format. There will be no duplicacy, no redundancy at all. And in integrity, it means whole data will be linked to each other so that the correlation will be done easily. So with the help of governance, we can say administrator. Administrator will be focused over here so that the whole process will be done in a proper manner and manageable format as well. After the course content will be done, what are the content strategies will be done. Next thing we have to focus are the basic terminologies to create a website. So firstly, we know about web pages. Web pages are what make up the World Wide Web, or we can say WWW. It is written in HTML format, that means hypertext markup language, and translated by our web browser. It can be static or a dynamic. Static web page means once I am done with the web page, this can't be modified. Whenever required, we have to modify manually. But in dynamic, we have to modify at a runtime as well. So anything on a website contains multiple web pages, and that particular web page will be created with the help of HTML. Here I'm using one term that is called a website. So website is a collection of a web pages. That means, for example, I'm taking here is amazon.com. Amazon.com is a single website, but it contains multiple web pages. For each gender, there are so many multiple pages for a single one, and in that there are subcategories. Subcategories contains the information of that particular web page. So all these are the web pages, and once these web pages are correlated to form a single website. So website we can say is a collection of web pages. Next thing is domain name. Domain name is a unique name that identifies a website. To identify any website, we must know about the address, and that particular address, or we can say the unique name, is known as a domain name. This access will be done with the help of domain name server or domain name system. That is the administrator of DNS, we can say. DNS helps in the communication with the help of IP address, because we can't remember the num thing. We have to learn about the name. So the name is known as a DNS. Sorry, domain name, and the management will be done with the help of DNS, that is domain name server. Next thing we have to cover is web server. So DNS will communicate with the help of web server, and web server will communicate with the help of web browser. So the what do you mean by web server here? That is a computer system that hosts a particular website. Whenever I am creating any website, the database, the communication, and the connection that allow web server to support multiple connections at a single time without slowing down. So this will be also done with the help of web server. It contains all the information, or we can say the database is stored over here, so that if there is any query in end user point of view, then he will send it to the web browser, and web browser will deal with web server and revert to the web browser whatever the solution of that particular query is. So it is a collection of a database, or a database itself is called as a web server that deals with the data whenever required by the client. Next thing we have to discuss is URL, Uniform Resource Locator. It is the address of a specific web page or a file or a internet. That means if there is, here I am taking one example, that is http://techterms.com. So here HTTP is a hypertext transfer protocol. So before using any file name, any domain name, we must have to mention the URL prefix. That is the protocol we will be using. So here HTTP is used. It can be possible to use any other protocol as well. For example, FTP can also use here. Next is techterm.com. Here techterm is the domain name. The domain and .com is the top domain name, top level. So main techterm.com is completely a root term. That means that convert the IP address to the server so that server will communicate with the web browser. Next is definition colon URL. Here, this means the path of a directory or a file. After the URL, we can mention anything. So that will be mentioning the path of a file where the file is stored. We can also mention here the subfolders of the file so that it can move directly to the subfolder. But we have to move from root to the folder. Next thing we have to know about the navigation bar. Here navigation bar is a user interface element within the web page that contains link to the other section of a website. That means we can say once I'm at particular single page and we want to move to other web page of a website, then with the help of navigation bar, we can move from one page to another page. And this will be done with the help of linking. Now, so the next point is linking. Linking means hyperlink. In HTML, we will use anchor tag for the linking. That helps in creating an event once a page is created and I want to move to other web page. So with the help of clicking on a link, we will move to other page and that link will be created by the anchor tag in HTML language. So we can say to allow us to jump to the new location when click on a tab or tap it. Whenever I'm clicking on a text and move to other page, then it means the event is created. And once event is created, a new pop-up is generated. So here the new pop-up act as a new web page. Links are found on almost every web page and provide a simple means of navigations between pages on a web. So to move from one page to another page, the linking will be done so that after clicking on a link, the movement from one page to another will be done. So the next point is a home page. It means the first page of any website is act as a home page, or we can say the starting point of a website is called a home page. It is the default web page that loads when we visit a web address that only contain domain name. For example, if I am searching for a St. Andrew Institute of Technology and Management, then I'm just clicking on that and the opening page is act as a home page. So the first page, whenever the address will be typed over here and find out the first page that act as a home page. It is the root directory of any website. Most of the web server allow the home page to have several different file names. When whatever we want to create a file name, we can do it with the help of different extensions or different names. For example, index.html, .htm extension, shtml, php. Whenever I required a new extension, I can use that one. So default file name of a home page is customized with the help of some server. These servers are IIS server and Apache. So these servers help in customization of the home page of a website. Since the home page file is loaded automatically from the root directory, the home page URL does not need to include the file name because we need not to mention the particular name of a web page because the first page is this one and by default this page is loaded. So there is no standard homepage layout available because as per requirement or as per modification, this can be customized. But it must include navigations bar and provide link from different sections within the website. So there are multiple sections in a web page, in a website, and with the help of linking, we can link to one page to another web page. Some other common element found on a homepage include searching bar, information about the website, recent updates, whatever we are. For example, if there is any event occur in a St. Andrew Institute of Technology and Management, then the homepage contain this particular information in a pop-up format. and that will be movable. So with the help of MarcuTag, we can move our text. So it means we can say any homepage will be created by the modification of as per the user requirement or as per the owner of a website designer. So this is completely depend on the owner. Whatever the appearance they want to mention, they can do it with the help of HTML. So this is all about the course content. We have to use the content strategy. We will opt what are the principles we have to opting that. What do you mean by the homepage? There are some basic terminologies before creating any website. So what are these basic terminologies? All these are the key points of this particular video. I hope this is clear to all of you. Thank you.